It's come out like a power within him. I get you down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rabbit into the rapid to being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and ribbons into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling riveting, rhythmically right and vigorous, spinning right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I could say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to.
Draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No name nuisance. Who's in a bedroom? Who's in a brand new cuneiform? Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get three dimensions stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clot. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Steelers going up against the Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Like 30. Check. 52. Corner. Beat these two.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And some room to work. 30, 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 65 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver, 59 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Watch it now, Barney, Barney, here we go. 319. Hey, 319. 99 Philly, here we go. Over. No. Check, Patriot, Leopard. All right, now look.
And the back goes into motion. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No. Check, Patriot.
They slide Gronkowski outright.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. Check 3. Watch it now, Barney. Check 99. No. Check, Patriot.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it gives the Pats a first down.
All right, here we go. Detroit. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's caught by Bryant. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Steelers a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
2nd down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one is going to set the offense back. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Sammy Coates, 27 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
You got 4. You got 4. Like 50, Mike. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat for Lacey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots.
Watch the twist. Here we go now. Detroit!
In motion right is Smith. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, here we go. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! No. Check. Patriots!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Six yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They slot Gronkowski outright. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Fuller. It's a pickup of 16 there. It'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Second down now after the pass completion. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Play number 7. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Only 2 yards on the completion at 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Here we go now. Over. Check. Leopard. All right, here we go. Leopard. Bleed 19. Gun. No. Check. Patriots. Over.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. It's a corner, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And now out come the Steelers. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And not great starting field position here for the offense. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and 4. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the wideout in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Smith, the man in motion left. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
They'll put Fuller in motion right.
Over. No, Jack, Patriot.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So it's on to halftime. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. No. Check. Patriots. Watch him now. Check. Over. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Smith will come in motion right. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. Looking here for Smith. He's got a man. Complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
Watch left. Stop right there. Kill. Watch the twist. You ready? Kill. Mike, 50. Well. Check the backer. Go down. 13.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. First throw now for the backup Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 50.
In motion right is Smith. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Smith will come in motion right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Sammy! Out. One day. Watch the slant. Motion.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. There he goes, right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They slot Gronkowski outright.
Check 27.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They go back to the air here after the INT. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Check. Tight right. Go up there. Under. 5'9".
Gronk, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Big edge. Here we go. Ready. Wipe your kill.
Breeze on third down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Under. Shift. Ready. We waiting? Mike 50.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, QB, come on. Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey,
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
11. Kill.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll put Fuller in motion right. Breeze to throw on second down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They slot Gronkowski out right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Breeze, got to have this one. Now Breeze wants the football. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Left. He's checking. 2. He's coming. Double up. Like 5.
Again, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Now Roethlisberger. They shakes him off. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. K1 short. Able to drop him for a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the big tight end shifting around. On play action. Now Breeze. Finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. In motion left goes Smith. Now Breeze on third down. Now Breeze lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Four down, check, four down.
They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Watch Mike. Hey, just like that.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This from 36 yards out. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They hand this one to Gronk. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Mike's 50. One day. Watch out. One day. Kill.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. And they'll run it here. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.